Carnation is a small town of about 2,300 people in the foothills of the Cascades here in the Snoqualmie Valley, with a lot of history, a lot of farming, a lot of arts and music. It's hard to find a more environmentally pleasing place.
It's kind of like the secret paradise over here. It's such a short distance from Seattle, but as soon as you come down into the valley, people just kind of breathe easier somehow, and it just becomes this hometown for everyone that comes here.
The original name for this town was Tolt, and it's an Indian name derived from the word Tolthu, which means rivers of fast waters, because we have the two rivers. One river is the Tolt, one river is the Snoqualmie. And the Snoqualmie tribe had a big longhouse down here where the Tolt comes into the Snoqualmie River, and they lived here for thousands of years. The first white settler came here in 1858, and most of the settlers came from the Scandinavian countries. We had lumber, we had fish, we had farming, so this was a land of opportunity for them. E.A. Stewart was the owner and founder of Carnation Farms. He started doing condensed milk, and he expanded and started doing butter and creamery and a lot of different products. And all around the world, even today, you still see Carnation name when you go to the dairy part of the store.
Our famous cow statue is actually one of the most productive dairy cows in history. It produced somewhere around 35,000 pounds of milk in 1 year, which set a record. And they attribute that to the way that that animal was cared for and the practices that Carnation Farms endorsed at the time. Now we are transitioning into an organic and regenerative farm with the idea that we need to leave the landscape better than we found it by doing things like increasing the organic matter in the soil and the biodiversity around the farm. You cannot beat regenerative and organically produced products in flavor. Every season, we're hosting several events where we have people coming from around the country who want to discuss the future of sustainable farming. So it's a real honor to work on a farm that has been at the forefront of agriculture for its entire history. It's a real American legacy.
Carnation has a rich history in agriculture, and today we're surrounded by these gorgeous flower farms. A lot of the flowers are grown by Hmong families who came from Southeast Asia in the 70s, and much of what tourists buy in the Pike Place Market comes from these Hmong farmers bringing their spirit and artistry to Snoqualmie Valley.
Live music has been a part of Carnation for decades. It all started with a happening in Duval in 1968, and after that, this place became a music mecca. We have music almost every day of the week in the summer months, whether it be at the Farmers Market, Speeds Club, Miller's, Brody Nation Music Festival, Remlinger Farms. We also have Camel Inn, Medieval Village, where they do medieval live music gatherings and festivals.
Hamlin Medieval Village is a living history museum project where you can step back 600 years. We have cottages, shops, and the Boar's Head Inn, where we serve food and drinks that you might have in the 14th century. So it's kind of an immersion experience in the world of your ancestors.
The most special thing about Carnation is the people that live here. I think our city government and go-getters here in the community have done a very good job of preserving our history and small town feel. We have a lot of motivated people that want to see our history and our culture survive and thrive, and put all that in the forefront for the newer members that are coming and joining our community. So I think the future of Carnation is a bright one.